A shocking discovery. One sunny afternoon, Priscilla was sent by her teacher to Aunty Ann's house to reserve some plates of moimoi for the staff. She was excited as usual, skipping along the dusty path that led to the woman's mother's home. As she approached, the familiar smell of steamed moimoi leaves filled the air, but something stopped her in her tracks. Through the open windows, Priscilla saw Aunty Ann crouched over her large pot. Her movements were quick and deliberate, but it was what she did next that froze Priscilla in horror. Aunty Ann dipped her fingers into her mouth, gathered some saliva, and rubbed it in the mixture she was stirring. Priscilla's heart raised. "Is that saliva?" she whispered to herself, her tiny frame trembling. Without thinking, she turned and bounded back to the school, her feet barely touching the ground. Breathless, she found her best friend, Ada, and pulled her aside. "Ada, I saw something terrible. Aunty Ann, she put saliva in the moimoi." Ada's eyes widened in disbelief. "Are you sure? Saliva?" "Yes, I saw it with my own eyes," Priscilla insisted. Curious and equally horrified, Ada decided they needed proof. Together they tiptoed back to Aunty Ann's house, peering through the same window. Once again they saw her repeating the act, humming softly as she mixed the batter. Ada couldn't contain herself and let out gasp. The sound startled Aunty Ann, who looked up sharply. "Who is there?" she called, but the guests were already running back to Ada's house. The news spread. Ada's parents listened carefully as the guests recounted what they had seen. Ada's father, a stern man with a booming voice, wasted no time. "This is an abomination," he roared, marching out of the house to alert the neighbors. In no time, a crowd had gathered near the school. Angry voices filled the air as parents, teachers, and villagers confronted Aunty Ann at her store. She denied the accusation at first, her cheerful smile replaced by a nervous twist. But when someone demanded they search her kitchen, she broke down in tears. "All right, I will confess," she cried. "It's true, I use my saliva. It's my charm. It makes people crave my moimoi. I didn't mean any harm." The crowd erupted in outrage. "You have been feeding us your saliva," one woman shrieked. "You have been deceiving us all," yelled another. The elders of the village were called to decide her fate. After much deliberation, it was decided that Aunty Ann would be banished from Oji. She packed her belongings and left under the watchful eyes of angry villagers. Life after Aunty Ann for Priscilla. Life was never the same. The incident haunted her. She couldn't walk past Aunty Ann's empty store without feeling a shiver run down her spine. Her parents noticed her uneasy and decided to transfer her to another school in a neighboring town. Though she missed her friends, Priscilla felt safer in her new environment. She told herself she would never again eat food sold on the street. As for Oji, it took a long time for the community to trust food vendors again. Aunty Ann's story became a cautionary tale told to children to warn them about the dangers of dishonesty. And though her store was gone, but the memory of her sweet but tainted moimoi lingered in the town's history. A reminder that even the most tempting things can hide the darkest secret.